Okay, he says he's gonna run beside me. Let's do this. You ready? Is it a race?
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna crash. I cannot be easy. In July, green turns to gold, and we cross the threshold into high summer. After the frantic pace of spring preparation and planting, we dive into a new phase. It's intense. More methodical, but also more focused. We're breeding the Floret Originals, new varieties of zinnias, celosia, dahlias, and now cosmos. It's pretty special. What started as a curiosity has become a mission. To create beauty that can only be grown locally. To give small growers power. A fighting chance against the giant companies who ship flowers from halfway around the world. This is the work that consumes us, and we love every minute of it. So each morning I visit my new flower friends, always with a notebook in hand, selecting what speaks to me and transferring my favorites to new locations. I walk miles each day, recording, observing, and dreaming. This is my truest self. A researcher, an explorer, in love with the unlimited possibility that nature shares with me. It's like 110 degrees in here, I bet. By afternoon, the heat drives us out, but inside those tunnels, the magic continues. And transformation is happening everywhere else on the farm as well. The earliest seed pods start to form, roses shatter, leaving behind the promise of hips. There you go, first plum of the season. Plums weigh down the branches, and raspberry bushes hang heavy with Chris's favorite fruit. I love it. You seem so happy. My heart is full. This is July at Floret. Okay, look, first heart of the season. Look in the center of the zinnia. There's a heart. I love finding these. I always feel like they're a good omen.
Is that like a 4-leaf clover?
It's the 4-leaf clover of zinnia breeding. July at Floret, I always call it like high summer. It's starting to transition from that lush green into fruit on the branches and vines. The seed pods forming, and the whole landscape is starting to shift. Like even the textures of the leaves and the foliage are kind of more scratchy, more leathery. Things are hardening up and they're maturing and they're progressing. And it's getting really hot. And we're all very sweaty and it's dusty and gross. I'm hot. As soon as the sun comes out, you're gonna feel what I mean.
It is hot.
That smells so rank in this hot greenhouse. But I'm trying not to complain.
Coming out of one of those hot hoops, it's like being born.
I'm so freaking hot. Are you so hot? So sweaty.
Yeah, I'm sweaty.
Disgusting.
You're disgusting.
Disgusting.
Does complaining help a little?
Definitely.
I don't know about anyone else, but my mustache is seriously sweating.
What is the speed change? Because like you described it as it slows down, right? Like so what do you mean by that?
The farm has transitioned to mainly growing for seed. It actually we're like downshifting. Now we're tending and we're caring for things, and we shift into this gear of like, I mean, it really is tending. We're staking things, we're corralling them, we're releasing pollinators. We're just in this sort of maintenance mode. So there's a rhythm to it. It feels like you get to catch your breath for the first time since we sowed that first seed.
How do you know how much to water? this particular variety needs X amount of water. This is about what they like. But then what happens when it's suddenly 20 degrees hotter than expected? How do you know what to do?
We typically will run the water for longer, so give things a deeper drink. But if you think of it like a person, if you're drinking a glass of water, but then you're sweating a lot, like you've just got to have so much more water. So all those plants, they're transpiring, like all of that moisture is going out through their foliage the hotter it gets. So we extend the length of time. We're always checking on them if things are looking wilted. We have an irrigation log, which is like super nerdy. But there's like, how many do you think, Chris? 50?
Probably 40, 50.
50, like different irrigation timers, and each one of them is labeled, and each one of them goes off at a different time for a different interval. And then if you change it, you have to update it. Like a full-on thing for Francisco, Jakin, and Chris. The repairs that they're making, the adjustments that they're making, it's just constant. Like it's something that just keeps, you can't get a hold of it. I feel like I'm just like, my ears are always perked for irrigation leaks.
Yeah, you're like, just hear it.
Just
happening.
money down the drain. That's the sound of dollars hitting.
Stop it. Stop. Making me panic.
I hate irrigation.
Stop talking about irrigation and...
I don't care about irrigation, Rob. I want to talk about breeding.
I know.
Yeah, that is like, we're in it. I've arrived. I started dabbling in flower breeding. I think it's been 8 years now that I started, and I found one plant out in an entire patch of zinnias that was a different color than all the others, and I had never seen that color before. I didn't know how to save seed. I didn't know anything about how it worked. But it's hard to believe that this whole breeding program started with this single discovery. Like way, way, way back, I got some seed and it was I found a plant in the whole field of flowers that was this one beautiful color, but it was wrong. And instead of ripping it out, I flagged the plant, and then at the end of the season collected that seed, grew it out the next year, and got a couple of plants back that looked correct. And then most of them, 95% of them, didn't look right. So I saved the plants that were good, isolated them, kept that seed, and then just kept repeating that cycle year over year until it became a variety. But what's wild is from golden hour, all of these beautiful things have emerged. Precious metals came from that, then all of the individual selections of precious metals. It's like what is that called? Not the hot zone, but like the first person who has the disease, but in a good way. That was sort of the beginning of what is now this like all-consuming, very overwhelming project that is the Floret breeding program, which now has hundreds and hundreds of varieties that are in the works, which is just wild to me that in 8 years it went from that to what it is now.
I'm supposed to be taking pictures over there, and I'm doing this, and Aaron's like, come on, get over here. Coming.
It is a labor of love. It is such a long game, long haul. And for somebody who's super impatient like me, I still wonder why I chose to do this.
So can you walk me through kind of like your typical breeding routine?
So when we're in full go time, Eric and I huddle up because he's one step before me. I joke that he's the bottleneck, but he's got to go first and then I can come second. So we are, for every variety that we're working on, we do what we call a color count.
Yeah, I'm going in counting all the different colors that are present and trying to classify them as best as I can. And then counting doubles, singles, semi-doubles, and then if it's like a cactus cross, counting how many cactus forms there are, or if it's unicorny, counting how many unicorns there are, to see how the traits filtered through in the second generation.
He's counting how many of the plants came back true to what they're supposed to look like, and how many are white, how many are pink, how many are yellow. And so he has to categorize each color and then count them. Thank God he is so patient.
You counting?
Mm-hmm.
Then I can go in and actually make the selection. So then I take out the binders. I think we got 5 or 6 of them. They're organized by area. Find the variety, read about what I wrote about last year, look at the pictures we took last year, and then stare at all the plants in the bed and go, okay, now I gotta find all the ones that are true to type. Big, shaggy, mostly tufted blooms in a glowing tropical coral pink. The soft peachy lavender wash, striking dark purple eye adds extra character. I kind of think it would be that. Doesn't seem like there's enough here to make the selection. Okay. So this one's Candy Shop, named after a great song by 50 Cent. Glowing coral pink tufted flowers have an elongated cone. The tall fuzzy domes have a rich caramel wash. Okay, this one's called Prickly Pear. Vibrant glowing coral pink tufted blooms with striking red eyes would be great for farmers markets. Okay, so we know Jill named this one. It's called Pure Shag. So this is dense fuzzy flowers become almost pyramidal as they mature. The lacinated blush petals are washed with pink, tipped with cream, and take on an iridescent turquoise cast. This one's called Sumo, after the mandarin. Big, bright orange tufted flowers with glowing tangerine centers and dark red eyes. Fun.
And you're moving right through these.
I know. I mean, obviously there's a lot more to do, but you know, make the selection, take the pictures, but I'm making good decisions, I think. My mobile office. Oh man, this looks good. So this is the peach flower out of precious metals. It looks similar to golden hour, but it's more peach. Man, that looks good. So then I start going in and I'm gently pulling the plants out of the ground. I don't want to explain how roguing works because I don't even remember. I mean, I do remember, but
Tired.
I don't want to film. I just want to do my thing and not talk. I'm out of words for the week. I think I ran out of words by Wednesday. It's Friday. And so I just wanted to show you what a bed of nearly ready zinnia varieties looks like. But see how these guys, while so beautiful, look, it's that strange, I don't even know what color you would call that, really soft kind of salmon with a lavender wash. These two I would call off types. Let's see, this one is going to end up having that kind of more pinky color, and really what I'm going for is this beautiful honey. This one has the potential to be a little bit incorrect. We've got another pink one back here. So you can see when you look at the whole bed, almost all of them, like 98% of them, are true to type. But in order to be able to have a variety go out into the market, it needs to be uniform. And so you want folks, when they plant the seed, that they get all of the color that you've intended. So I'm going to be removing the plants that are not the right color. And I'm also going to be, I really want this variety to be as fully double as possible. So I want the blooms to be big and round and domed like this. And while these more open single type flowers where there are about 3 layers of petals, while this is beautiful and it is the correct color, you can also see here we've got many layers of petals, but Once the flowers mature, you see that kind of button eye. I actually don't want those. So I'm going to take out all the plants. You've got them here and here and here and here and here that have those eyes that are kind of polleny and more of like a button. I'm going to remove all those plants. So all that is left are these big, gorgeous domed flowers in the right color. Once we have all the right variety together, we have to take all the flower heads off because those have likely been crossed with something else because they were out in the elements. So Eric said we're going to break a lot of hearts today, throwing away all these flowers. So now Chris and I are going first along with Eric, and we're collecting flower heads off of the plants. So this is what this variety is supposed to look like. So this is a mix called Ballerina, and it's a beautiful range of soft, kind of pale peachy champagne, and then a beautiful blush. And so this is what we want the ideal mix to look like. So we're laying all the flower heads down on the board with its little sign. How many white boards with flowers do you think you stood over?
I don't know. I think
Like 10,000. Yeah, exactly. He keeps our local chiropractor in business.
Yeah.
Then the crew comes behind us and moves all the plants, takes out everything that we don't want, gets everything, all the irrigation laid back down. I'm going ahead of everybody and they're following right behind me and just like getting all the plants moved and in the ground. Then Francisco and Jakin are going through and corralling all of the varieties with T-posts and baling twine. So as the plants grow, they are securely like held up and they don't fall over.
I'm gonna put on flysolations. Nice.
And then we have to lock them essentially inside of a hoop or a flysolation, and we cover it with bee netting, and then the variety is done. So it's a lot of steps.
Every single one of these is an individual cross, an individual variety with potential, with a future, maybe without a future. Maybe it won't go anywhere. But it feels like a year of experimentation. This is all trying to figure out, how does color work in zinnias?
What I think most people don't know about breeding is how freaking long it takes to develop a variety. So to get something from where, say, you either made a cross intentionally with pollen from one flower and crossed it with pollen from another and seed formed from that process, or you discovered something that you loved, getting that all the way to being a stable variety that comes back true almost 100% and looks the way it should, will take you 6 to 7 years if you're lucky.
And this one.
Okay.
This next one.
Oh, you picked this on purpose. This is Chris's rainbow peach and gold. Okay, I gotta hand it to you. That is perfection. Look at this. See that? So the flower has raspberry, orange, gold, and a purple eye. And as the flowers develop, they become so domed they're round, and these aren't fully mature yet, and they'll be like candies.
Yeah.
And Chris is very arrogant about this selection.
I'm
He says this is the next big thing.
I'm not arrogant about it.
I mean confident.
I'm just standing aside and letting the flower
Oh, whatever
do its
you heard
work.
me say that so many times.
You just step aside.
You just
and
let nature take the lead.
just get out of the way. That's all. You just get out of the way and let it do its thing.
Except you pointed out which ones you like. Okay, any more in this row?
Yeah, let's go down.
I think there's somebody in the last one.
Yeah.
How are your babies looking?
Taking care of my babies. They're looking good. They're a little thirsty. Give them a drink.
We've got drip irrigation too, but just want to give them an extra soak and settle in.
These are my babies right here. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, I think the world agrees that yours are great.
Yeah.
Somebody said yours are the yin to my yang or whatever. This moment right now has the potential to be years and years and years of possibility and beauty and varieties and information and books and articles, and like it's crazy what I think will come from this work right now, but it's all consuming. Something called cereal milk. Cereal milk, you know, like at the bottom. Say you were eating some kind of strawberry cereal, but I can't use the word strawberry because I've put that to too many names. Isn't that pretty?
How has breeding changed your relationship with flowers over the course of the last decade?
Before I really started doing this, I had a level of, I don't like this word, but entitlement or a demand, a kind of, I want what I want and I want it now. It was like being so pushy and so demanding and so entitled. And in the first few years of breeding, I think I pushed the plants to the point of making them sick or killing them on accident. Like I was so, you can just order something and it's just here. Everything's so fast and it's so convenient. And the breeding, it doesn't work like that at all. Nature does not care what you want. Even though it's been a roller coaster, I think it has softened me in ways and taught me a lot about patience and just being thankful for what you get. Just being thankful for getting to even be part of it at all and get to see these things at all. And like, I feel like I've changed a lot through the process of it for the better. Okay, so tonight we are going to document our project that we're calling the Color Matrix. And this is where last year, Eric and Nikki and Sam hand-crossed, made more than 700 hand crosses where they took one variety of zinnia, crossed it with another variety of zinnia, and this year we're growing out all of the results. So welcome to the Color Matrix. No.
Damn. What was that?
This bird just totally attacked.
Oh my god.
I wish I would have gotten that on camera.
Right there. Man. Well, we're here in the Color Matrix field, and this is where we've crossed every color to every color, and now this year we're counting to see how many doubles there are, how many singles there are, how many of each color there are in the first generation. So right here, this is Queen Lime crossed to Sun God, so a green flower crossed to a bright yellow cactus. And it's pretty cool. The outcome here is kind of unexpected and wild. And I'm just counting the percentage of doubles so we can see how the form is inherited. And we'll take this through to the next generation and see what happens next year as well.
We did more last year, intentional crosses and kind of research stuff than we've ever done before. So this is our biggest year of growing things out. And Eric says it's the year of answers. Like he thinks we're going to get, or maybe it's just the year of more questions. We'll have to see.
That's a good, I like that, the year of answers.
This is Bennery's Giant Bright Pink, and this is Bennery's Giant Deep Red. So we hand crossed these last year, and this plus this year equals this this rich lavender purple.
How are different traits and colors inherited? So how do you get a pink zinnia if you wanted to breed one? Or how do you get a cactus zinnia to happen? Like, what is the cause and effect? So we are going to be able to know when you take a red zinnia and you cross it with a yellow zinnia, what do you get? And what's weird is you might get purple, and it's not what you think. Like, the colors that are coming out are not, they're not what I expected. It's pretty wild. Because we've been asking what are the dominant traits and colors, what are the recessive ones, and nobody knows, or they'll say one thing, but there's not any research that's available. All of the research is held by the big breeding companies, and it's not public. And so, yeah, no university has done this work, so we just decided to design our own study and do it ourselves. So we're trying to be really good about all of the documentation, but the plan is to share our findings so that other folks can get the answers, because it was a ton of work, and I think people are going to be really, really interested in what we learn.
It's a good looking hot dog boat.
Make you hungry?
Yeah.
So let's talk about flies. What is it? What is it that you do with flies? Why flies? Tell me about them.
Okay, so I think flies are the unsung hero of the flower breeding world. So when you're working with a bunch of different varieties of one group of plants, they can't be all grown out in an open field where you could let the bees do their thing, because the bees will take pollen from one, cross it with another, and nothing will stay isolated and true. So we have to put all of our different selections inside of hoops and tunnels and these little netted cages to keep them separate from each other. So in a large greenhouse or a long hoop house, you can use bumblebees. You can order in a hive. It comes with this bag of nectar, and you can use bumblebees inside of these houses, which works great. But for smaller enclosed spaces, bumblebees get very aggressive and also they're just not happy. So we have, for the last probably 6 or 7 years, have been using blue bottle flies that we order as larvae.
I got 2 cups. 2 cups of flies right here, man.
Normally what we do is we scoop the little guys into the boat and we stick it into the flysolation and we secure them. Flies by the cup are just a few dollars, but we end up spending, we'll spend $1,500 to $2,000 a week on flies. It's crazy. So it definitely adds up. So this year we're going to try something new.
We'll be there and they'll hatch probably tomorrow, huh, you think? Yeah. And all these guys will be pollinated.
So we're going to pre-put them into little paper bags, staple them closed, and see if we can't create the perfect environment for them to hatch, and then take the little bags, rip them open, and the flies will come out.
They're ready.
This is stuff of dreams or nightmares.
Nikki thinks she can save 30% on flies. So this is going to be our experiment this year. I don't know if it's going to work, but she's determined to get our fly bill down.
Man, I feel like a winner.
What are you doing?
Listening for the flies. They're waking up. This one's not awake.
It's really gross. If you could smell it, so just imagine fish waste, like full on, and it's usually hot. And there's kind of an ammonia element to it when you open that bag. So that plus the kind of maggoty vibe. But they're such good workers.
All right, the last of the flies right here. And that's a wrap. It's a wrap, eh? It's done. Oh, yes. I can fly. Be free. Yeah, it's good. Oh, dropped a box. It's good, man. High five.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my view. Here's what it takes to get the money shot. You just got a spot for him when he comes down. I feel like this guy's dangling from a ladder half of his life. I think this probably is like the happiest place on earth for a pollinator because it's a constant stream of flowers from late February to November.
It feels like they provide a special kind of magic at this time of the year.
So there's this whole world of pollinators that if you kind of just slow down and listen and pay attention, if you just hold still, you'll see all of the life happening around you.
What are you most proud of this month?
Oh, I can't take any credit for it, but standing back and watching how beautifully everyone is working together on the farm, how caring and patient and generous everyone is with their time, how much they're looking out for each other.
Leslie, how's it going?
It's going great.
Always seeing if someone needs help or lending a hand or just being encouraging.
Everybody is participating.
There's such a good vibe on the farm right now. Like the team, just such a sweetness and care for each other and for the plants and for the place.
I'm going in.
This is like one of the most visually pleasing flowers this year to me.
I love that you love all the freaks.
Like you can really feel it. There's so much heart and it's just really cool to be around. I love it. I feel like everybody is really in sync with each other in such a gentle, loving way, but also totally busting their butts. So it's this weird combination of badass and so soft and amazing. Okay, Chris, just an honest assessment. How much fun are you having?
Oh man, the time of my life.
That's about it.
That's about it.
And I guess finally, what do you hope that people who see this episode, July, what do you hope that they have questions about or they want to learn more about? I mean, is there anything that you're just I hope you get it?
You have nothing to do with gardening or flowers and you just have this kind of whisper of an idea or a dream of something you want to do or some question that you want the answer to, that this might help not give you permission, but kind of just inspire you to take that next step and maybe not listen to all the naysayers and just try it, just experiment and see what happens, because you never know where that's going to lead. All of this came from a simple question.
Nice.
What do you think? Do you think Rob's gonna like what you got?
Good job, us. I think so.